Hello everybody, Nolan with Black Diamond Services, doing a couple area rugs today. So as you can see, we got some multicolor patterns, both wool, one with a longer fringe, and this one looks like it was trimmed at some point. So I did a quick little test, and I'm not seeing any signs of color migration. So it's one of the tests that I always do with wool rugs, especially nice ones like these. They are currently upside down. So you are seeing the brighter side of them, obviously, because it's not the wear side. But the thing is, even though I didn't get a sign of color migration, I still want to have my product here just in case I get some color transfer. So it is a product that is called dye release. So there is no pet issues on these rugs either. So I'm going to be starting with a product called LST. Low surface tension, I believe, if I remember correctly, is what that stands for. And it's a good cleaning agent for when you just need to get the rugs clean. And then I did add a little bit of citrus because I kind of caught a little bit of an odor. So that's going to be my first in, and is actually the Sublime is actually good for the fringes too. So that's part of the reason why I wanted to kind of boost it just a pinch to go up against this. So I am doing the backs first. I want to start from the bottom of it and then work my way to the top. So I'm going to clean the back, flush it, and then I'm going to clean the top and flush it. So what I'm going to do is start out with the LST and get that on here. So the other issue these rugs we thought might have, but they got dried out well enough, is the client had a small flood in their house, and clean water got to it. With this rug, the only thing that she didn't really give me a firm answer if it was like this before or not is on the edges. It's kind of bowing out a bit, and she kind of claimed that it was from that, but she didn't seem too sure that it happened because of the water content and that got into this rug and then not, dried really well. But I'm not seeing any dry rot issues on these rugs either. So I'm not worried about that because I didn't see any signs of it. They soaked it up and dried them out pretty well. But either way, you still want to look for it and test for that too. Alright, so because these rugs are small, I'm just going to do a brush scrub. And then I'm going to do a little more hands and knees with a different brush for the fringe on this one. Let this dwell a little while too. And then rinse it off. And like I said, do the top. Kind of repeat. They've had these rugs for 10 plus years, and who they bought them off of said that they cleaned them before they, did a resale on them. So it's been over 10 years since they've been cleaned. I was surprisingly expecting them to be way worse, but I don't think they got walked on much, and obviously the little flood is what prompted them to get them cleaned, because they want to, preserve them because they like them. But they said they also don't want or are worried about it being such a massive ordeal. So I guess they're not, super prized possessions or anything. Like I said, they bought them from a rug store that kind of just cleans them up and resells them. But I'm thankful for their business. I'm looking forward to seeing what these rugs turn out to look like. Next up, I'm going to start rinsing. Can't squeegee off a whole lot on the back, but still want to push off what I can. And then I'll be flipping it over and treating the front pretty much the same way as I did the backs. Alright, so now we're on the front of these. I may have to mix up another batch of this. There's a couple areas that seem a little more soiled than others. All right, next up is going to be rinsing the rugs off. And as you just previously saw, I was tamping the fringes. You want to get the product in there. And then after you've done that, rinse it all out. All right, so now as you saw, I rinsed these out twice. I'm going to keep going. Obviously, this would go much faster if I had a higher water output system set up. I am working on that as our business grows, I will be upgrading it. So there is obviously way faster ways to do this if you have all the right equipment. So that is something that we are growing into. So bear with us if you're wondering that. That is the reason why. I mean, I do have a little submerger there for pea-soaked rugs. If I need to throw it in there, I can do that and actually let it marinate. They call it the marinator. Yeah, so I do have the basic tools to get the job done. It does just take a lot longer, unfortunately, but you know, that's how you got to start, and you make it work and you go from there. But otherwise, these rugs are responding just fine. I'm getting no color bleed, so I didn't even need to use the dye release stuff, but it's still good to have it just in case at some point in the cleaning that happens, because these both have, you know, fringes on the end, one a lot shorter than the other, but still, if you get color bleed into that fringe, you want to be able to get it out. So always be prepared for the worst. But if not, you know, the product to mix it up is super low. So you're barely using anything. So it's realistically not costing you, but maybe 5 to 10 cents, 20 cents, maybe. I'd have to figure out the exact amount, but I believe for rinsing these rugs of, you know, dye issue problems, it's like an ounce per 10 gallons. So, you know, half of, or not even half of a little scoop that it comes with. Those scoops are 2 ounces. So, you know, basically a half an ounce is enough to put in this 2-gallon water can to douse it if it happens. Or if it's a bigger rug, I got those 5-gallon buckets. So then at that point, you know, I can mix that up for this and be prepared if I need to, if it was a larger rug. So with that being said, I'm going to continue to rinse these out, and then I will show you guys the end result, as this part is just going to get repetitive as I just continue to rinse it and dry it out. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. I occasionally like to do them where I'm talking, explaining what is going on. And then of course I do videos where I'm not talking and it's just pure cleaning satisfaction. So these rugs weren't in bad shape, so I thought it would be a better option to talk about them rather than to show the cleaning only with no speaking, because they weren't super dirty. So seeing all the dirt fly off of it and everything in that little wave when you squeegee them probably isn't as satisfying. So I figured talking about it, somebody that doesn't know what's going on might benefit from it on this one. So thanks again for watching, you guys. I appreciate it. I will see you in the next video. Nolan with Black Diamond Services.